Yeah, the political drum beats are in the air, and each and every dancer is dancing so hard in order to attract people to come and dance with them. The question is, will they dance to the right tune and rhythm in order to attract people to dance with them? This is the Graham Esonga Media, and this is the political check. So with me today, I have great gentlemen, panelists, strong supporters of political parties who are with me today in this show, The Political Check. Maybe they'll just come closer and introduce themselves, starting from my father, right? You'll just tell us your name and more about yourself. Welcome.
Thank you, Bona Graham. It's a great pleasure to be on your TV today and to be among the panelists to discuss on the political check. I am Eno Kiplangat, popularly known as the Kiplangat. My political name is Farasi, and I've been also indulging in politics for quite some few time now. And I can say the experience is awesome. I'd urge younger youths to also join because, as per se, you never find enjoyment anywhere until you indulge yourself in politics. It might not just seem to be a say, but rather it's the truth. So I'll urge my fellow youths to come and indulge themselves in politics, and it is the right politics. Don't play dirty politics, because we all know that politics sometimes can lead people to the wrong direction. Thank you so much, and I'm happy to take part in this panel.
Highly welcomed. Yeah, to my near right.
So thank you, Graham, for giving me this chance, and also to our viewers who will view this show. So my name is James Kimani. I double up as a class rep in this institution, and let me say it's always good that we have this chance to scrutinize these controversial issues in our country. And let me say that politics is like chess, and when we indulge in this kind of politics, it gives us that open-mindedness in us, and so giving us this chance, Graham, is a pressure, and I'm glad to be here. So I hope you're going to have a debate with decorum. Thank you.
Now to my left, I will start with my father. My father left rather.
Okay, if I introduce myself, I'm Otieno Julius Okoth, the PA to school rep in this institution, SMPA School of Mathematics and Physical Sciences, the PA of the school rep. So the main agenda of 2022 is about election and when will Kenya be in the next 5 years or the next 10 years to come. The decision will be made by the youths and those who will vote. To my fellow youths, I will urge you to register and vote. Come out and vote. Your vote counts. It really counts. Yeah.
Yes, now to my near left.
My name is Saul Ben Sirigoi. Yeah, actually, I'm still a student here. Because it's a election season, yeah, we have leaders, like we have Azimio. Like I'm a supporter of Azimio. I think the environment is now Azimio only. I don't see anything else apart from Azimio. Yeah, so let's team up and work. Thank you.
Okay. Now the discussion now begins. As you've heard the bell, it means that we are ready to go. Now, gentlemen, to my first question. It has been now a political anthem that Raila Amolo Odinga is going to be the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya. You can hear each and every place they are calling him Baba the 5th. Now, to my further right, I have my fellow gentlemen who are going to tell us. I just want you to tell us more about this. Do you believe that Raila Amolo Odinga is going to be the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya?
Bona Graham, first of all, let me correct you. No faster, we have been calling this guy so many names. He was first called the first, the second, the third, the fourth, now the fifth. How many times are we going to call him? You know, first in politics, beg a pardon, the political air view, as you have said, is not that actually that is Azimio. Not everyone is singing to the ringtone that Raila will be the fifth. We have guys who believe that Raila will also fall. How many times has this guy been sworn in and he has failed? You see, so we don't actually have to indulge ourselves and deceive ourselves that everyone believes that he's going to be the fifth. Bwana Graham, I beg your pardon to say that the other time in Soita, when he was holding rallies, there were some people who were shouting Ruto instead of shouting Raila, and the rally was himself belonging to Raila. So that one will directly tell you that this guy is not that popular. He's only popular because he has been there for a longer period, and that one is what Kenyans are tired about. This guy has always been politics. The same person you were seeing when you were born is the same person you are seeing when you are starting to vote. We're not agreeing to that, and we are not going to dance to that tune. And for our side, we are going to say that Raila will go home safe and sound, and this time round, I don't know who is going to swear him in, because the guy who swore him last time is with us this time now. So I beg your pardon, sir. I beg your pardon.
That is Mr. Kiplangat. He has put off and poured cold water on the hot flame that Raila is going to be the fifth. Now, Mr. James, maybe just shed some light about the same issue. Will Raila be the fifth?
You know what is happening? You guys, or rather, let me say, the Azimio guys, those who support Azimio, there's something that is called political profiling. You profile someone, then he appears like he's a king. He was there in 1982. He has always been there, and we've always known him. He's in politics for more than, I think, for more than even 50 years, that guy, in politics. And if he want to bring that change, he had the opportunity in 2007. He was elected as the prime minister. He also profiled himself as the people's president. Because he profiles himself as the people's president, why can't he even do what you want to do to change? I see this. I support UDA because of their ideologies. You support. If you ask me, I'll say Ruto is my fifth, because there's some ideologies which I think they are good for us. And when you talk of your fifth, there are some ideologies which you've scrutinized, and then you say this is the best guy for you, not for me. And that's why I'm telling you, he's the fifth to you. And in this country, we live in democracy. Everyone has the right to do what you want, to choose who you want, and even you also have that freedom of expressing yourself. So if you support Baba, well and good, but you have to cross check and on what is he going to offer to us as youth, and also as Kenyans. The next 5 years, I'll be out of this institution. I'll be there out seeking for jobs. Will I be Tamaki? No, that's the kind of question we should be asking ourselves. And if it comes to that, whatever you said about Baba the Fifth, it's upon you. It's your own choice. You want to crown him as Baba. That is it.
A ball crosses to the Azimio supporters. The tune Baba the Fifth, will it be set as a ringtone to the phones of Kenyans come 8th August 2022?
Thank you, Mr. Graham. Let me correct my friend first. I've never heard of Baba the First, the Second, the Third, the Fourth. It's Baba the Fifth. That's what we are talking about, Baba the Fifth. I believe in Azimio la Umoja because I just don't support ideologies. I support ideology, the policies and the roots of that ideology. I can't support an ideology which says that illiteracy is the best option, and I'm here in university. How will that help me?
What makes you say that illiteracy is the best option in the maybe UDA ideologies?
I'm supporting Azimio because what Baba is fighting for, if you look at the policy, the 10 pillars of Azimio la Umoja, you find that the youths they are very much in it. Reason being, youths are our future leaders, right? You are here in university now. Your next step will determine your future. And your future will determine the future of this nation. You can't tell me that as you are learning, you are in campus now, after your 4 years in campus, you got there just to be given a wheelbarrow, go to the marketplaces and those other areas, you do your work. First thing, after you've finished your campus life, you're supposed to look for at least a job with the the main reason for looking for that job concerning your course, the course you did. Because if you look at what Baba is saying, youths, there will be more job creating. He will create more jobs for the youths regarding on what you did, more innovation. But if you look at this person, he's only talking about one thing. He's talking about wheelbarrow. As me, to me, according to me, what I can say, wheelbarrow won't help me. From this level where I am, wheelbarrow won't help me. Maybe that man should talk to those who are not learned, will support him in the story of wheelbarrow. Then again, you are saying that somebody was saying, you have a right to express yourself. You can have a rally. You are an opponent. I'm campaigning, you're campaigning. You can go to a certain place, you campaign, but people are shouting my name. You can't arrest that person. That's it. You can't arrest that person. You can't beat him up. He has that right to express himself. That's why that man was shouting Ruto Ruto. So the same thing happens even when Baba was campaigning. Even when Ruto was campaigning. And then that video went very viral. He was campaigning, but there was a man there. Somehow he was drunk. I can say that was shouting Baba Baba. So you see those features, yeah.
Okay. Yes, to Mr. Solben.
Okay.
Do you agree with the statement that Baba is the fifth?
Yeah, I actually agree that 100%. Because actually I come from the Ruto's place, Rift Valley. And this round I find very hard to support him. I go just for Baba, because when you check what Baba is promising or what he's bringing on the table is legit than that of Ruto. Actually, Ruto has been promising us from the year ended that 2013. But when you look, all those promises, all those projects, no one has prevailed.
Okay.
But when you look, Baba ideas are so legit. Like he's focusing on the youth and us youth. Because once I graduate, the only thing I want is job. Yeah. The next thing, Ruto has got issues. He's also associated with bad things, like he associated with theft. A leader should not associate with those things. But when you look at the Baba side, he has no issues like corruption issues. Yeah, he has a good name. Baba has a good name. Yeah, that's what I can say about Baba right now. Yeah.
Beg your pardon, Bwana Graham.
Yes, Mr. Kiplagat.
This guy is telling us that youths only focus on jobs. My friend, not every youth is focusing on a job. Most youths are focusing on building themselves. And building yourself is not only through jobs. I beg to correct you on that. And if your guy is bringing us only jobs and not bringing us building ourselves, then I cannot align myself with the guy who only wants to bring me a job. You see, what if I only work? There reach a time when I'll no longer work. What did I have gained for myself? Would I have built myself? Would I have developed? Would I have achieved what I really want? You see. So the thing is not to bring only the job, it's to create the environment which will favor this youth to practice what he thinks is best for him. Sindio, how do you think is that? And then my guy here was also telling me, you were saying, the UDA side is giving youths wheelbarrows. Let me correct you, my friend. You know, ODM was using chungwa as a sign.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
Does it mean that they were giving everyone chungwas?
They were not giving.
They were not giving.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Let me continue.
Yeah.
So UDA is using wheelbarrows as a symbol. It means that everyone can be empowered to use whatever they have to develop themselves. If you go to the open market right now, you will not tell me that the person who is able to use a wheelbarrow is not the person who is able to use a wheelbarrow, is the same person who is able to use a laptop. Isn't that not right? Yeah. The person who is able to use a laptop will be given the ways to use a laptop. That's what you are coming to say in UDA. You see,
The one who is able to use a wheelbarrow, we give him the wheelbarrow. He empowers them with that, because out there it's the truth. You'll go find, and it's the reality. You know, sometimes I wonder, Bwana Graham, these people act as if we are living in heaven, as if there are people who don't use wheelbarrows out there. If you go to the streets, you would be surprised to meet a guy walking in the wheelbarrow selling his fruits, and he makes a living out of it. So that is it. We really want to focus on the small people, not only those who own the capital. Thank you so much, sir.
I don't reply to what you have said, that William Ruto is associated with some with alleged corrupt cases. You see, for you to say that he's allegedly let me dubbed as corrupt, you have to substantiate. You have to give proof. You cannot just go somewhere, profiling somewhere. This guy he's a thief. He's a thief. You have to show proof. And if he's a thief, take him to the court. But you cannot go there saying that he's a thief, but you cannot substantiate whatever you're saying. That is it. And I thank Kiplangat for his good explanation about what is wheelbarrow. And because they have been cloning, saying that the hustler movement is all about wheelbarrow, giving youth wheelbarrows. No, it's just a symbol of our party. Just as you have Chungwa, we have there are even others who have Simba. They have Jogo.
Kenya was using umbrella. Does it mean so we're giving everyone umbrellas? No.
Mr. Graham, before we continue, I would like the UDA members to tell us what, because I want to start making argument from the story they are saying that bottom-up economy. Can you, my friend, elaborate what's bottom-up economy?
You want them to just shed some light about the bottom-up economy?
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
we'll come to that. We'll come to that about the different economic ideologies of the two parties. We'll come to that. Now, before we indulge to the bottom-up and the Azimio ideology of economic development, I want us to focus on this man, the earthquaker, Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, Mwana wa Hana. We've seen him come with an earthquake, and today you've seen he has launched his presidential bid, and in attendance was Mr. William Samoei Ruto, is the deputy president. We call him the Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and his allied members of UDA, they were present. So maybe to my my fellow Azimio, to my Azimio la Umoja supporters, do you see, or is it a good move that Mudavadi has made today? Has Mudavadi made a good move today?
According to my view,
Yes.
Mudavadi has not made a good move. Because first thing, Mudavadi is seeking a coalition in the government. That's what he was trying to do today. Because you find that he invited UDA members, the official, and then OKA members, of which OKA members, after realizing that UDA members were invited, they walk out of that meeting.
Exactly.
So what Mudavadi is doing, Mudavadi is just bringing fake tension, which I don't know if it will help.
So,
according to my view,
to your view, Mudavadi has not made the right thing.
that's not the right move.
Maybe your view, Mr. Solven.
Also, I can say Mudavadi has not made the best decision, because actually Mudavadi has a big name. Mudavadi actually is a big name. But actually, when you look at Mudavadi, Mudavadi is always a relevant guy, even than Ruto. Actually, because Mudavadi is someone who can collect a mass of people. When he moves to the side of Ruto, he's trying to, I don't know how will he put, because I think he's just undermining himself. There's no future there.
There's no future in what Mudavadi is doing.
But before you switch off gears, I want to say, according to what I've just said, Mudavadi has not made the right move. If he was to vie for presidency, then he would have not seek a coalition with other parties, according to me. So the decision he has made is not.
So he could just go for the presidential bid alone.
Alone. If he wants to be the president, just alone, not a coalition with someone or a party leader who wants to vie for the same presidency.
Okay. Now to my UDA supporters, has Mudavadi done the right thing today?
You know, Graham, I expected them to say that whatever they have said, that he has not made a good move. I expected that, but that was something because if he could have defected to Azimio, we could have also said he's not made the right choice. But let me say this: whatever you said that Musalia has he could have worked as a lone ranger. That's not the right thing, because when you talk of our political history, we've always been forming governments through coalition. In 2013, URP merged with TNA. 2017, the same case happened, and they formed Jubilee. Because when you work as a lone ranger, you cannot win alone, and that is why UDA, we also seeking alliances with other parties. Right now I'm just predicting maybe ANC and UDA will merge and form a coalition, and that is expected of us. But whatever Musalia has done today, it's a very great change, and you'll see. And when you talked about the earthquake that was to happen today on Sunday, it has really made 2 victims to defect, or it has brought shake in Oka. Those those political analysts, they will say that people have had that rumble.
So you were
that
trying to
tremor.
say
It has actually traumatized many.
you're trying to say that now Oka does not exist.
Let me say, it is still exists, because if you have heard of what Malala said, Malala was invited in Wiper NDC. He was there, and Kalonzo still invited Raila, but ANC did not actually say that this guy has done. They have given up with us. No. They still merged up together. So it's not still dead, because Malala said that it was they just invited their friends, and it appeared that their friends was William Ruto, and no one is. You see, you cannot fight for us friends. We are going to fight friends for us.
Okay.
You cannot force us. You cannot force us to this political project, government project.
Mr. Kiplang.
Thank you so much, Bwana Graham. You know, the funny thing is, some of us act as if we are very much intellectuals, yet sometimes we act against our intellectuality.
Exactly.
You know, the saying goes by, if you want to go far, go with friends. But
Okay.
if you want to go fast, go alone. This guy is telling us if Mudavadi had gone alone as a lone ranger for the president's bid, he would have gone far. That is a lie. That is a political facade. My friend, we know coalitions have been there since they have existed since time immemorial. And time has it, prove us that even Azimio, as you are saying, you are speaking as if Raila is alone in that Azimio. We know all of us that Azimio has couple members withdrawn from different parties. We have ODM, we have Jubilee. Some of them who are defected, they were great supporters of Ruto, but I don't know what Raila gave them. It's as if the word which Huru used to use, Mganga, is affecting them also, because you see, this guy has this effect of intermingles with you, then I don't know what he offers you or what he tells you, then suddenly you become bewitched. You start talking as if you have been with this guy since you are birth, you see. So my friend, as for me, for Musalia, I think he has made the right decision. And you know what, it doesn't mean when I come to your house I'm your friend, or I'm going to do the same thing you're going to do. It doesn't mean that way. You know what shocks me about this as a mere people, they keep on bringing this thing of us versus them. You know, that is what is dividing Kenya and taking Kenya very back to the back stage. You know, we keep moving forward, we're trying to be together as Kenyans, but these people bring the us versus them fraction into the politics. You see, now they are saying Musalia has made the wrong decision to come to the UDA side. Not only he has not come, Ruto made an appearance on Musalia's ANC National Delegates Conference. He never declared that he's going to vie with him or whatever. It doesn't mean when I come to your house I'm going to take whatever you have. I might be just simply your friend. You see, when Ruta had his daughter's wedding in Karen, Musalia made an appearance there. That was a nice gesture. When Raila had his birthday, Uhuru made an appearance. That was a nice gesture. So you don't have to take it at as if when Ruta makes an appearance on Mudavadi's show, you start taking as if it is the wrong move. You know, that is taking politics to a primitive level. But if I may take it to the next level also, predicting, I might think Mudavadi has made the right choice. As per my side, you know, you cannot always keep leaning knee daily. You have also to start aspiring to your ambitions. If you go to the track record, history has it. Musalia has been leaning down his knee to Raila since 2002. He knelt down to Uhuru first. He knelt down to Uhuru so that Uhuru could vie for presidency in 2002. You see, 2007 he knelt down for Raila so that Raila could vie for presidency. 2013 he did the same thing. He knelt down for Raila to vie for the presidency. That guy never won. 2017 he also knelt down for Raila to. How many times are you expecting this guy to kneel down for you so that you also kneel down for him?
Okay,
When
alright,
we will
alright.
always keep on taking favors from one side. Favor should be two-sided.
Okay.
You should give me a favor, I should also do you a favor. So I think also Musalia got tired of this guy. You always give him favors and he doesn't return it back.
All right,
So
Mr.
see-
Kiplangat. The discussion is getting hotter and hotter. My panelists are high and higher. Now, to the next question. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the commander-in-chief, our president, is the master of chess. And you can see how he is playing his cards. Maybe you'll just shed some light about how Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is playing with his cards.
Kenyatta that we knew before is a guy who has actually changed. In 2013, we knew Uhuru Kenyatta as a good guy. He was a guy who was of his own opinion. But currently, after they matched up with Raila Odinga, this guy has actually changed. He has actually moved actually to the negative. And when you talk about him being a chess player, he's playing safe on his own personal interest, not into the interest of us as Kenyans. Because you cannot tell me, even if they did handshake was used was just used as to champion some few cartels of which we know who they are. So when you talk about Uhuru Kenyatta playing safe, he's just playing safe on his own part and of his own interest in some few cartels. And you know, Graham, what happens when you talk of these guys who support Uhuru Kenyatta? Most of those guys, it was just the other day they said that Raila Odinga is supported by 30 governors. And those 30 governors, out of those 30 governors, a guy like where it appears I come from, a guy like Kimemia cannot even command 5% of his own voters. So when you talk about Uhuru Kenyatta talking about becoming a chess player, he's not actually commanding anyone. It's for his own
Okay,
personal
thank
gain.
you. Thank you so much, Mr. James. Now to Mr. Solben. How do you see the way Uhuru Kenyatta is playing his game?
Uhuru Kenyatta is just playing safe because actually when you see Uhuru actually he actually promised, he said in one of the speeches that BBI is our preferred or a deferred dream. It's a dream that will come to happen. So that means that it's a link between him and Raila. So Uhuru is expecting Raila to come into power, according to what he's saying and how things are. So that's how Uhuru is planning, and actually when you see a president going away from his deputy, means there is something wrong with this deputy president. There is something wrong, there is something not going right there. So we should be cautious and we should take care and be wise.
In whose hands?
Before you continue, Mr. Graham,
Yes.
just what something on top.
Just
Uhuru
30
is-
seconds.
Yeah, Uhuru is playing his card wisely because if you look at 2013 when he was going to vie for presidency, he can form a coalition with the current deputy. Then again, what I can say, Uhuru is still less than 68, so chances of him going on is very minimal. So what he's seeking to remain in the government. So that
That
man
is
is
a very negative thing to the youth.
so the Uhuru is playing his card wisely for himself. He wants to remain in the government. That's the main thing.
To my intended question, in whose hands is Kenya safe come August 9, 2022, Mr. Kiplangat?
Thank you so much, Bwana Graham, for asking that question. You know, a certain political noisemaker who has been championing himself has been using that one as a for mass movement word, and I think it's just a facade because Kenyans have become very intelligent nowadays because most of the people are learned. You see, people are able to think for themselves and digest and see which is the way forward. If you go to Twitter, you'll see many hashtags showing that Kenya is moving forward and people are intelligent. They know what to do. It's not about some few people to decide for them on which way to go. So I think that question lies in the hands of the public, and they are themselves who are going to make the decision. So I'll not answer that question. I beg, Mr. Graham.
In whose hands are we safe?
So it depends on your ideology and your ideology policies. So if you look at the first liberation, was which we had gave an independence. The second liberation gave us people's made constitution. The third liberation should guide us to an economic driven country, and that
Is the bottom up. Thank you.
that will
you.
come
Thank you.
with the ideology of a political leader.
Yeah.
And what I am saying, I'm not saying that UDA is doing something to do with the economic or something. That's the policy of Azimio la Umoja.
Oh.
If you look at those points, economical driven country is there.
You know, it's very funny when this guy says that's an agenda of Azimio.
Yeah.
And you
No,
know,
they have never been singing that thing.
No,
That thing is
no,
not to be
no.
sung by.
What
Okay,
you- what
okay,
you- what
okay.
you're saying, my
Okay,
friend,
okay.
You
Mr.
can't be
Grant,
lying to
before-
us, sir. You
before we
can't
end
be
up-
lying to us.
Before we end up this thing, if you are keen on the launching of Azimio la Umoja thing at Kasarani,
That was a Luo festival. my
not a
God.
Luo
It
festival,
was nothing like a
not a Luo
launching of
festival,
Azimio or
not a
something.
Luo festival.
How many Luos were ferried using buses?
I
Different
think
How many
leaders
Luos
were
were
there
ferried?
from
It's
different
So I
federations.
was
It's
there
now time
early in the
for-
morning, my
if-
guy.
if-
Yeah, my fellow
It can't
panelists.
be-
If you are still basing your argument on tribalism and religion,
Thank you,
my
you.
friend, you
Thank
won't
you so
develop
much,
as a
thank you so
country.
much.
That
Thank
was
you
a
so
Luo
much.
festival.
Not a
Thank
Luo
you so
festival.
much.
Don't
Thank you so much.
base your argument on tribalism and religion
Yeah,
and
that's
ethnic.
that's
Okay.
what you
Somebody should
I'm
come
not
in
saying
studio
that.
and help me to put off the fire.
Okay,
Thank you so
okay.
much. I think we have had a natural fire extinguisher putting off that fire. Thank you so much. To my final question, and maybe we'll having the remaining question in episode 2. Now, what will happen? Because as we can see, we are having a two-horse race. As from the analysts we've heard here before, they've said we are having a two-horse race. Now, maybe come August 9, and the winning president is not having 50 plus 1 percentage. What will happen? Maybe he is winning with 45 and the other one is having, you see, the other one is having 35, number 3 is having maybe, let's say, 15. You see what will happen, Mr. Kiplangat?
thank you so much, sir.
Mhm.
I think in such a case, the easiest way to go is to form a coalition government,
Mhm.
such as the one we saw in 2007.
Mhm.
But I don't think Kenya is going to go that direction because the political environment keeps on changing,
Mhm.
and I don't wish us to go also back to the Nusu Mkate government,
Mhm.
where we share the government. I beg all Kenyans to come and vote so that we get the 50 plus 1 winner.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
Now, Mr. James,
Yeah.
shed some light about the issue. Does it mean we'll go back to a rerun, or will the elections be repeated because of that kind of outcome?
So if it happens that the winning president, will not garner that 50 plus 1 according to the constitution, of course we shall do a rerun, but we don't want to have that rerun. This thing is, we are in for it. We as UDA,
Mhm.
I know we are in for it.
Mhm.
Take it to the bank and keep change. We have it. We have it because let me talk of our ideologies. Let me talk of ideology. Our number one ideology is economic empowerment.
Mhm.
And I like it when Azimio and UDA guys, or rather our flag bearers, talk about our economy, because there's something that has to be done to our economy. Right now, it was just the other day I read in a newspaper that 54% of Kenyans are sinking with poverty.
So we will not have the 50.
The 50 plus
or less.
we are in for it. Yes, UDA we are in for it.
Mhm.
It's actually 98%.
Mr. Sol,
Take it to
what's
the
your
bank.
view about the same issue?
I don't expect that
Mhm.
actually, because like I'm just sure
Mhm.
that this thing will be transparent and that the Azimio shall take the thing.
To you, is it a sure bet thing that maybe the 45% or 50 plus 1 will not be reached?
Obvious. For me, Azimio la Umoja will reach that 50 plus 1%.
Mhm.
Reason being, if you look at the population behind Baba Sahi, is very high.
Mm.
Even the way the turn up on his rallies is very high. Then what I can also say on the 50%, in case, if in any case of which I don't dream to happen,
Mm.
because 50 plus 1 is our main aim. In case they can look for two options,
Mhm.
maybe to form a coalition government, which we are not in for it, and then another one, they can use the house representatives, the upper house and the lower house, then they weigh who to take the government and who to, yeah.
Thank you.
This is just the episode 1. Thank you so much, gentlemen,
Yeah.
for showing up. Mr. Kiplangat, thank you. Mr. James, thank you. Solben, thank you. And thank you so
Julius,
much,
Julius.
Julius,
Yeah.
for coming
Yeah.
onto this panel. This is just the episode 1 of the political check, being the Graham Esonga Media. We are here to make sure that everything we do makes you happy. Another episode is coming. It will be hot and hotter. Remember, we have 79 questions in store for you, and the answers are right here with us. This is the Graham Esonga Media. We got you covered. Thank you.
Thank you.